Okay, in this video what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look for the diesel particulate filter or DPF switch in an EDC17 file. I'm using a Tiguan 2 litre common rail EDC17 file here. I've just picked it at random and I'm starting at the beginning, so in other words I'm just going to skip through. I'm going to do this on purpose just to give you some idea as to how you can spot what you're looking for without a huge amount of searching. It will take a while and you'll see obviously lots of different maps jumping through in front of you, but hopefully when we get to the roughly correct area you will think to yourself, yes, that area is slightly different to all the ones that have gone before. If not, then obviously a visual search like this is no good to you, because you need to go by searching numbers, and we'll have a look at searching numbers afterwards. But let's assume that you can do this by flicking through. So you just flick through, and what we're looking for is a sudden change, and when we see that sudden change you'll get to know what I mean, because it's relatively obvious. We're looking for a little jump and then a continual flat line. So we'll just keep going, and there's been nothing even remotely like the thing that we're looking for, so I don't have to say to myself, oh dear, have I missed it yet or something, because as I go through there has been nothing remotely like what I'm looking for. Now I'm hoping that it's coming up soon, because it should be near the end of the file, and we are getting near the end of the file. Now here's what I meant. There's lots of data here, and then there's a jump, and then it stays flat for quite a long while. And the other thing that's fairly obvious is that after that long flat jump what we get is all this as a map, and then another little map of all this, and then another one like that, and that goes on for a little while. It goes flat again there on this particular one, and then there's some more of those. So when you get to this you know that you're in the right area, and in fact the diesel particulate filter will be somewhere here. It's usually somewhere around about here. Now there is an alternative way of ending up at the same place. So if we go and look at text, I'll try and find the right spot. Obviously I've marked it to save me sitting here like an idiot not being able to see it. But there's an alternative way of getting to the similar sort of area, and that's looking for patterns in the numbers. And one of the patterns worth looking for is this one. If you look here, we've got 08191 000 15. Now if we were to go search byte sequence decimal, and then we put in there this search sequence, so we go for 08191 space 123 15, and then let's deliberately move the cursor down here so it's away, and so it won't go back and find that, because I'm going to go forwards, and I won't press OK because it'll only give me one result if I do that. So what I'll do is I'll press search there. Now it's saying can't find anything. Do I want to search at the beginning? So yes, I'll go back to the beginning, and there we are. It's gone all the way back to the beginning right up here, and then it's gone all the way through the search all the way and ended up back where I started. In other words, the only time that 08191 0015 occurs in this file is at that point. So had I been using, I'll just get rid of that, had I been using that as a way of finding the area for the diesel particulate filter switch, it would have got me straight here in one hit, wouldn't it? Because I'd have put in those two numbers, press search, and it would have brought me straight to here, and then I would have just had to look across. Now let's look at what other little pointers we've got when we get to here. Well, another common thing that you find when you're in the right region is this number here, the 32767. So that's another common number that you find in association with these. Now the actual switch is best seen in 8-bit mode, but of course that's not all that easy to search, although you can search in 8-bit mode if you want. But if I keep going across, what I'm looking for is this. I'm looking for a single 1. Now there's a single 1 there, but very often it is associated with this number 256. So very often you will know that you've hit the right one, or you've found the right one, because you have got this 256 next to it, whereas you haven't with that one, so that's probably not it. So we've got 00256, and then we've got 00001. And another clue to the fact that we're in the right area is this repeat over here. This pattern is fairly common even in EDC16s when you're looking for a diesel particulate filter. You get 32768, 32767. So that's another clue that you're in the right area. So this is the one we're looking for. We're looking for this single value 1. It's usually next to that 256. Now, generally speaking, the only thing you need to do is change that value, nothing else. That is the switch. So when you get to that switch, all you really need to do is press delete, insert K, and then that will allow you to mark it, and you can call it diesel particulate switch or whatever it is you want to call that particular map. So you can mark it and say, right, I've found that map. Now obviously I'd already done that, so it was marked. And if you want to switch it off, you simply put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros and press enter. If it's the first change you've made in that file, you'll be asked if you really want to do that. So I'll say yes, OK, and it's now 0. Now, it was, as you can see if you look down there, I'm not sure how well that will show up on the video, but it was switched on. And of course now if I was to highlight it there, I could type in off, but there is no point. I mean, I'm not too worried about that, but you could do that on your own file to remind you that that is now the off version as opposed to the on version, or you could just leave it as the on version and highlight it as the on version. It's entirely up to you. But that's how you find the diesel particulate filter. Now bear in mind that this is a VW common rail engine, and so it will be the same for most of the VAG range. So you will be looking for that pattern and number in those. There are some PD pump deuce EDC17s that were sold. They're nearly all 1.4 and 1.9 PD TDIs. Those have a different arrangement, so this method of turning off the DPF will not work for those files. What I'll try to do is produce another video to show what you need to do for those particular files. Right, I think that's probably enough information for you to deal with that, so I'll stop there.